Hello everyone, welcome to online learning. Today we are going to discuss about abstract class and interface in Java. As per ISC syllabus, section C, you will get 3 questions. Out of this, 1 questions you will get from either inheritance, either from interface. And regarding abstract class, we need to know about the concept of abstract class. Today we are going to discuss what is abstract class, use of this abstract class, what is interface, and use of interface. Now, what is the abstract class? A class which is declared with abstract keyword is known as abstract class. An abstract class are declared with abstract keyword. An abstract class cannot be instantiated. If I want to create any abstract class, then we need to follow these procedures. Suppose person is a class, and under this person we have few data members like string name, string age, and we create two method there, which is public void set name, argument is string n, and public void set age, where argument is int n. Here we are just assigning the value of n to name and a to age. In abstract class we are not going to describe the method, only we are able to create the prototype there. So now question is why we need this abstract class. And one thing we need to keep in our mind regarding abstract class, we cannot create object. Like according to this code, if I create a class abstract example1, public static void main string args, person is a class. If I want to create the object, we are unable to do so because person is a abstract class. So we are very happy with normal class. Why we need this abstract class? Because suppose if I considered this one as a module. Module means if I want to create a school management software. Two things are important here, which is student and faculty in a school management system. So now few things or few attributes are common. Like student also have name, faculty also have name. Student also have date of birth, faculty also have. Student and faculty, they are different but few fields are common. So that's why if I want to use person as a class and if it is abstract, then we able to create the prototype of this common method or common data members or variable. What facilities we'll get from there? In student, if I separately doing the same things like name, age, or email ID, or phone numbers option, so these are the common option. That means variable is common. Maybe data is different, but variable is common. So if I use the concept of this abstract class, we'll use it for the two purpose. First one, we'll get the security there, because separately if we declare them under the student and under the faculty, it will take more space, more time, and regarding security purpose, we are unable to create object of abstract class. So if I declared this method under the person, so no one can edit it apart from the programmer. So this is the use of abstract class. Few points we need to note. Abstract class are used to declare common characteristics of subclass. What does it means? Like if I have a superclass and if I have two subclass, few common attributes we need to declare under the abstract class, and we are using it from the subclass. It can only be used as a superclass for other classes that extend the abstract class. In previous video regarding inheritance, we know the term about the extends. So regarding abstract class, as per ISC syllabus, we need to know the definitions. We need to why we are going to use this abstract class and features as well. So till now it is very much clear in front of us. If we put abstract keyword before any class, it's considered as an abstract class. Under abstract class, if we declared a variable, if we declared a method, we can declare, but we cannot define the method. Like any other class, an abstract class can contain field that describe the characteristics and method that describe the action that class can perform. Another one, if I use an abstract class, what I told earlier also, we cannot create object. But on other hand, we can create reference variables of abstract class. Let's have a look about this. Class A is considered as abstract class, or it is also considered as superclass. Class B is considered as a subclass. If I write class B extend A, and after that if I create a class like example void main string args, now if I going to create an object with respect of superclass, we cannot create it, but we can create the reference variable of abstract class. Now what is the meaning of this reference variable? If you look in this statement, A O1 equal to new B, then first bracket open, first bracket close, semicolon. That means we are not creating object here. We are using O1 as a reference variable and this class is used here. But if I write A O1 equal to new A first bracket open, first bracket close, you will get error. It's a very important one. Please make a note. You cannot create object of an abstract class, but you can create reference variable of abstract class. Next one, interface. Interface and abstract class both are related. Under the abstract class also we have abstract method, but as per ISC syllabus only we have introductory part about abstract class, and regarding interface they will give you the 5 marks program. Like now if I want to describe about the interface, I have one questions. Can you already hear this term? I think yes, already you are. Because if you recall about the data type, two type of data types are there. One is primitive, another one is non-primitive or composite data type. Under composite data type, we have the concept of class, we have concept of array, and we have concept of interface. So let's have a look about the definitions of interface. What I told, a interface is a reference type in Java. It's similar to class. It is the collections of abstract method. Class can implement an interface, thereby inheriting the abstract method of the interface. Along with abstract method, an interface may also contain constant, default method, static methods, and its different type and nested type as well. What is the advantage or what are the advantages of interface? First advantage, without bothering about the implementation part, we can achieve the security of implementation in Java. That means what? If I create a interface, as example I can say interface ABC. Under this interface, if I declared any method, we can, but we cannot define the method. That means we cannot complete the method there. Only we are just creating the prototype of the method so that we can use it from the different subclass. So from different subclass, whatever prototype we need, common prototype we need from the superclass, we can use there. And in previous video already we discussed about different types of inheritance. If you recall it, you can find out multiple inheritance is not supported by Java. What do you mean by this multiple inheritance? If we have two superclass and one subclass, so twice we cannot write this extend term. Let me explain it with an example, like class AB and class XY both are considered as superclass. Mn is a subclass. If I want to extend the common properties from both the superclass by Mn subclass, we are unable to do so because Java syntax not supporting that, because we cannot write class Mn extends AB extends XY. Twice we cannot write. To resolve this problem, if we want in a project, if we want to consider 2 or 3 class as a superclass or 2 or 3 class as a subclass, then inheritance, multiple inheritance will not supported. In that case, we need to bring this interface concept into the picture. So some name is the interface. Under the interface, what I told earlier, only just we can provide the prototype of the method or declare the variable, but we cannot define the method. And by default, method declaration are public and abstract. Like void sum function, this method, before that, if you not use public or abstract, by default it is abstract. So if anything is interface or anything, any class or method is abstract, only the declaration part is there. That means no complete method is there. If the same method, if I want to use from the different subclass, we can use it, but we can use its prototype only. How to implement this interface? Interface I1. Under this, we have one method which is void sum function. What I told earlier, by default, void sum function is public and abstract as well. So how to implement? If I want to use the common properties of the first interface, which is also treated as class, like interface 1, then we have to write class A implements A1. And now we can use this, or we can declare the void sum functions. That means we can give the definitions. We can put the logic of this method here. So interface like that, an abstract class cannot be instantiated. Interface do not have constructor. But abstract class have constructor. This one is the major difference between abstract class and interface. Interface do not have constructor, but abstract class may have the constructor. Another example, if I considered admission as an interface and three method we declared there without the body of the method, and please note that all are public and abstract by default, and this prototype must be end with semicolon, because whenever we need this common property for the other subclass, we can use them. Multiple extension is allowed when extending interface, that is, one interface can extend one or more interface. Again, I repeat the same thing. Multiple inheritance is not supported by Java. If we have two superclass, one subclass, at a time we cannot extend the common properties of both superclass from the subclass in concept of inheritance. But if I implement that by using interface, we can do it. Let me explain this one with an example. First one, I1. I1 is a interface, and second bracket open, second bracket close. This is the body of this interface. Maybe few variables or maybe few methods are as a prototype or declared there. In interface 2 also. Then interface 3. 3 is what I am telling about this interface is supporting multiple inheritance concept, but directly using class we cannot do so. If I1, I2 as a class, and if I want to write that class I3 extends I1, I2, we cannot. Because again I repeat, multiple inheritance is not supported by Java. To solve this one, we have to use interface. So how to use interface? Interface I3, it's a subclass. From there, at a time, we can extend the common properties of interface 1 and interface 2 as well. If I create another interface which is I4, after that, if we create a class A, all we know that this extends keyword is used to extend the common properties from superclass by subclass. So till I4 is an interface. Now freshly we declared one class as A, which is known as superclass, and another class as B, which is subclass. So we can write class B extends A, and by the same time, if I want the common properties of I1, I2, I3 and I4, then if I write with the keyword implements, please make a note of it without any uppercase, implements, implements and extends, these two keywords are very important one. So please concentrate here. Class A is a superclass, class B is a subclass, class B extend class A, and by the same time we want the common properties of this I1, I2, I3 and I4. So only we have to write implements I3, I4. If I implement I3, under I3 already I1 and I2 is implemented indirectly, and I4 is the interface, so we can write not only one or two, like this, more than one. As per our requirements we can implement the interface, but in case of class we cannot do it. This is a real example of using the inheritance with the concept of interface by using both the keyword extends and implements. Suppose if you face any problem where already you have 2 or 3 superclass, 1 or 2 subclass, you have to use interface there. And then if you have another class as a superclass, another class like class B as a subclass, and simultaneously also you need to use the common properties of this I1, I2 and I3, then we can go ahead like this. Not only I3, I4, if more interface are there, also we can write. So we cannot create object of any interface, but object reference is possible, which is same as abstract class as well. Again I repeat the difference, that abstract class may have constructor, but interface we don't have any constructor. Now if you have look of this code, interface I having method f1, it's declared as a prototype. Interface 2 have as interface I2, we have void f2 as method. So we can easily write class A implements I1, I2. Under this, if we use f1, f2 and f3, f1 and f2 is a method which is we access from interface part, and F3 is its own method. Its own method means it's a method of class A. If we have one class like example, and if I going to create a object with I2, a object with I2, like I2 obj equal to new A first bracket open first bracket close. That means A is a class, I2 is the interface, obj is an object, new is a keyword by which we can allocate the memory. So we are not creating object here. Obj is an reference variable, and what is the data type? Data type is I2. And after that, if I called this F1, F2 and F3 by writing the statement obj.f1, obj.f2, obj.f3, then first case, that means while we called obj.f1 will get error, last one also will get error, but second one is absolutely all right. What is the reason behind it? Like obj is not an object here, it is used as a reference variable, and the data type is interface, and the data type is interface which is I2. That means if I use the reference variable of I2, then only it will support the functions of I2 portion. If you give concentrations on interface I2, you can find out void F2 method is there. But under this interface I2, we don't have F1 and F3. That's why it will generate error. Because from the beginning I told, by default, whatever method, whatever variable we are using, all are public and abstract as well. A can implement I1, I2, no issue is here. But when we use this obj as a reference variable, we are going to assign it, and under this interface, whatever method is there, we can access it from the class example. Before wrap up all those things, quickly we have to concentrate on the key points. 11 key points are here. We cannot instantiate an interface in Java. That means we cannot create object of an interface. Interface provide full abstraction as none of its methods have body. On the other hand, abstract class provides partial abstractions as it can have abstract and concentrate methods, both methods with body. Implements keyword is used by classes to implement an interface. That means if I want to use interface instead of class to inherit the common properties from the others interface, we have to use implements keyword. Fourth point, while providing implementation in class, any method of an interface, it needs to be mentioned as public. If you create it as private and protected, it will not work. Class that implements any interface must implement all the method of that interface, else class should be declared abstract. Interface cannot be declared as private and protected, which already I told. All interface method by default abstract and public. Variables declared in interface are public, static and final by default. Interface variables must be initialized at the time of declaration, otherwise compiler will throw an error. Like as example we can say interface ABC, second bracket open. If I write int x and if I want to use the variable of this data members, whatever you can say under this interface from the other class, we cannot. That means if we give the value from the other part, it will show error. So we have to initialize at the time of declaration only. An interface can extend any interface but cannot implement it. That means an interface can extend any interface, but always it's implemented is not possible. It depends on so many various things like access specifiers, like it's a static or non-static, and class implements interface and interface extends interface. A class can implement by number of interface. So these are the few key points about the interface. Let's have a look what type of questions you may face from this part. If we have an interface shape defined with method area, another class we have name as circle, data members radius, parameterized constructor is there which is circle, double area is there, formula is given, another class name is given, length and breadth given, constructor given, again double area. That means if you concentrate about these two class circle and rectangle, you can find out the common thing which is double area. This double area method declaration is being done under the shape interface. So assume that the interface shape has been defined using the concept of inheritance. We need to solve this problem. Let's have a look how to solve. Interface shape, as per the question it is given, public double area, this is the prototype. Class circle implement shape, because under shape we have double area and double radius is a data members of class circle. Public circle double r is a constructor. We are going to use the value of this r to radius. After that, if I declared the double area, that means if I define it, declaration already done, if I define this double area, then what this method will return, because if you see the prototype double area, it's not void, so it will return. What it will return? It will return 3.14 into radius, that means pi r square. It's a area of a circle. Then again we need this double area, that means prototype which we declared under the shape interface under class rectangle also. So same things we wrote here, class rectangle implement shape, two data members are there, inputs already taken as a constructor, assign the value of L and B to length and breadth. Then if I write public double area, then we can return with length into breadth. After that, if I create a class interface demo to execute the previous code, then public static void main string args, we are creating the object with respect of circle, because if I create an object, automatically constructor is being called, no need to call it. So we can write circle C equals to new circle 2.5. That means this 2.5 value is directly go to this constructor double R, and this R is assigned to radius and public double area. After that, with the respect of this object, if we call C dot area, that means we will get the area of a circle. Again, same concept we are using for the rectangle as well. R is the object, 2 argument is required here. If you concentrate here this point, class rectangle double L double B. So if you send 2 values, so this values is going to assign to L and B, and the value of L and B is going to assign to length and breadth. And after that, if I print R dot area, it will find out the area of rectangle. So this is an example program of interface. Basically, as per ISC syllabus, we have basic concept of abstract class with definitions and characteristics, and you may face program from inheritance, or you may face program from interface as well. So this is all about inheritance, abstract class and interface. I hope you will enjoy the video. Please go through it properly. If you have any doubt or any queries, then you may write in comments box as well. Thank you for watching the video. Stay home, stay safe.